That's right, we're live, people. Take a moment. Breathe. Relax. And smash that like button. Shot out to the face.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Looking for a reliable crypto exchange? Look no further than Fairdesk.com. Trusted by Crypto Blood for over 2.5 years, Fairdesk powers Bloodalytics, his proprietary trading system known for highly accurate buy and sell signals. CB has trusted Fairdesk's reliable system for years to enhance his trading strategy with Bloodalytics. It's the backbone of consistently beating the market. So join CB and trade with confidence. Use the link in the description below and get 1 month free of Bloodalytics signals. Fairdesk.com. Trade smarter, trade better.
Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks!
Sucks.
We'll do it live.
Do it live.
It sucks.
It really sucks. Markets really suck, Rice. What's going on,
Hey,
bro?
trade smarter, trade better, and talk about yourself in third person.
Yeah.
Gotta add that.
I swear I was thinking about that when we were playing the commercial. I said, man, yeah, he's got me. I'm definitely talking in third person.
Well, we talked about doing it, so shout out to everybody who joined us. Good to see Crypto Face in the house.
Yeah, we got Face in the house.
We got Crypto Billy. We got the people. We got the fam here, man. It's good to see you guys.
You seem to
Dr.
bring the
Speckle
crowd out, my
Disco.
friend.
I just think it's good timing. It's all.
I think you said during the Bitcoin conference that 90% of the people asked where blood was.
Yeah, like we're attached at the hip now. So
So
yeah.
I'm like 90%. I'm 90% as famous as you. Round of applause.
Well, I'm pretty sure it would be the other way around. Now, in all honesty, if you were there and I wasn't, I'm pretty sure people would be asking the same question the other way
Yeah, of
around.
course.
So,
Yeah, of course.
I mean, obviously, I think we agree. Like most people, I think people like us together more than separately.
Yeah.
Because separately, you know, you're having more of this internal conversation with a bunch of people listening, which is strange enough as it is.
Remember when you
Like
started
you're talking to
YouTube?
yourself,
Do you remember when you started? It was a difficult thing to do, right?
talking to yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As a matter
We've
of fact,
gotten used to it over the years, but it was a difficult thing for me as I started my YouTube channel to talk to
I'm glad
myself.
you said this because I had this really cool idea of us going back and reacting to our first videos that we did.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that, bro.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't wanna do that.
sometimes you know we got to do things we don't like. You know, change is inevitable. So
Shout
shout
out
out to
to-
everybody. Thanks for
yeah,
joining
shout out
us.
to
Smash that
everyone.
like button, everybody.
That's right.
I don't
You know,
sound
it's-
like this today. No, the only reason I was having that issue was because I believe I was using an outdated version of the program on the computer for the USB version of this mic. Now, eventually, sooner than later, I'm going to be getting some sort of sound booster so I can just plug this thing in just like a regular microphone versus doing this USB thing, because that's really what it was designed for.
Oh, you've got it hooked up USB.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh,
that's what.
wow.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
It's definitely for
but
auxiliary.
this one is designed with USB. So that's the difference between this
Oh.
one and the other one, but it can do both.
Gotcha.
So the other thing is I might be getting a 32 button what do you call those? The sound thing,
Soundboard
the sound thing that
thingies.
you're
It's
talking about.
a controller. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I've
don't
got
have to use
somebody.
it for.
Well, I got somebody that might be hooking me up off Facebook Messenger as an extra. The Stream Deck XL. It's like 32 buttons for a
Yeah.
$120.
So that's it, and I've got a smaller version, but this thing works more than just a soundboard. You can have it mapped to apps, have it
What?
do
Oh
shortcut.
yeah. You can have it
Yeah.
work for transitions, I believe, for even
Correct.
StreamYard.
Even StreamYard, yes. Very
OBS,
true.
anything that you can. It's more of like a MIDI controller that you can use for multiple purposes. That's where I thought 32 would come in pretty handy. Spicy rice wraps. Spicy rice. Keep saying that one.
Yeah,
We going
man.
USB-C to Coochie?
Coochie has been slaughtered. I got a message to put out to the community later today, man.
Is it
one of
over?
the bigger holders. No, it's not over at all. But one of the bigger holders couldn't take it anymore and dipped out. 13 million, I think, tokens he sold. At least he told us. He told us, not us
Shout
as
out
in
Amy
the
Lives
community.
Crypto.
He told me and a few other people. Amy lives crypto.
Lives.
I always get that mixed up when I see that. I want to say Amy loves crypto.
Yeah, it feels like that.
I really want to, but
she
Amy
lives
definitely living it. Crypto
Blood be
building in the
that
building.
sriracha on the rice. Sriracha on the rice. I like that.
Yeah, man. So today, guys, it's so crazy. I should have done this video when I was going to do it a month ago. I had a and actually, let me do this really quickly, Rice, because I had a video I was watching. I watched the Eurodollar University channel, and one day, many days ago, it was about a month ago, they were talking about the Sahm rule. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, he's
Go
like
ahead.
I forget his name, but he's like a former Fed guy.
It's a she.
It's she.
a she.
Okay, it's a she. Okay,
It's a
so the
she.
Sahm rule is a recession indicator created named after Claudia Sahm or Sam. I think it's Sahm.
Sahm.
Macroeconomist who worked at the Federal Reserve and the White House Council of Economic Advisors. But we've also seen some of the other advisors on the Council of Economic Advisors as well, and they weren't very impressive. But a lot of people do use this indicator. There's a lot of there's like I sent you. There's a lot going on. This carry trade, this Sahm rule. It's just. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, and then
I'm trying to find the video. Go ahead, keep talking though.
This whole thing is going down. I mean, I don't think it's going down right now. I think this is maybe like kind of like a warning to the one percenters, to those who are in control. Like, hey, the ship's about to go down. You know, and giving everybody kind of, because I think this is like that moment that we're having. I think we're going to recover from this point, but I think it's going to be closer because we talked about it. I mean, we've said recession is coming. There's all indicators are pointing to yes. We're thinking it was going to be later. It actually might be sooner. You know, it's crazy because the people that were calling for Donald Trump to start a global war third time around, people know what I'm talking about. And then call for an economic, say that Trump is going to cause a crash, are the same people that's actually doing it right now. Look what we have going on with Iran and Israel.
So we know. Okay, so with that being said, can you agree that this is not by choice? This is something that they have no control over either.
What?
Think about it. They would not, the powers that be, they would not want the crash to happen on their clock. They would want it to happen on Trump's clock. So to me, that lets me come to the conclusion that this is not a something they've engineered. This is actually just market forces with the yen, you know, them
yes,
upping
check that
their
out of control.
interest rates.
Shit's
got out of control. Right.
Now what were you going to say about the song? Did you find the video that you were looking for?
I couldn't find it. Nope, I could not find it.
Okay, but it has something to do with I know you have an article.
I have an article and I have a definition as well. Yeah, if it rises by 0.5% consecutively, I think in 3 or 4 months consecutively, compared to last year, and it's been 100%. Now this thing hasn't been. It was.
I don't think it's been
found-
I don't think it's been 100%. I think the last 3 times it indicated it didn't do it. It was more lagging because it was like 3 months behind that things.
It always is. No.
So
that's the thing.
Even
It
if we're looking at 3 months from August, you're still looking at what is that November?
Yeah.
That's the elections. Donald Trump gets elected. Remember the 5th of November, and then the crash comes.
I'm pretty sure someone can fact check me on this. I think it's like 100% accurate.
So according to the rule, the early stages of recession are signaled when the 3-month average unemployment rate moves above the lowest 3-month moving average employment rate over the last 12 months by half a percentage point or more. And this is from Investopedia. Now, let me see. Trying to see if it gives an accuracy.
And to give people, well, first of all, let's take a look at what we have for the markets today, guys. Dow down,
down.
1,000.
It is the markets are officially crypto blood.
Yeah.
They are officially crypto bloody.
Yes, indeed. So Dow down. You know, it's not so much about how many points the Dow is down. It's more about the percentage. And what's alarming here is that the NASDAQ is down 3 point. Just go ahead. I'm going to round it up. 3.5% down. That's huge for an industry.
That's huge for the stock market because
Yes.
1% is a big move.
Yeah, is a big move.
3% is fucking, oh my god, the
Correct.
sky is crashing.
And then Rice, the VIX. Look at this, ladies and gents. The VIX is up 64%.
Pull up. Let me see the VIX chart. Do you have it?
God, have we ever seen?
You had this on extra large. Let me see that. Let me see that parabolic spike. Go down a little bit. Yeah. See, like you're on like Reader's Digest view at like 200%.
Yeah, Granny Penny.
I was just going Reader's Digest, but yeah, that's parabolic. That is parabolic.
Bro,
but now if you pull it into like pull it into a 1 month and 3 month though, kind of like
it's gonna go off the screen. It doesn't. You're not. I mean, look at that. But to compare it though, let's go back to the 5.
That's a parabolic.
This thing has eclipsed.
And that's not something you want to say is going parabolic. That's your volatility.
No,
index, right?
This is your volatility index. This is your fear index for the stock market.
Fear and greed index, people.
Yes. So the higher it goes, the worse, the more fear there is in the market.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So we're educating people here. That's the FUD.
There you go. It's the FUD. Got to educate them with the fudge. So this is very concerning, and I have to say, Rice, I don't think it's over. I know crypto markets have settled a little bit, but damn, it should have settled. We got rocked like none. I haven't seen drops like this in a long time in crypto.
I mean, we're close to the end, my friend. We're close to the end. I think everybody
close
knows
to the
that.
end. Wait, what do you mean close to the end, my
close
friend?
to the end of this fiat cycle, this monetary system that we know of with the U.S. dominance and control, the fiat money that we know of. We're at the end of this entirety. They're not ready to put us in a central bank digital currency, which we're not getting here in the United States. They're not ready to push us onto stable coins because there's not really technically any blockchain that could handle that if you think about it. So I think the preparation stage with all these bridge currencies being built, that's what I'm calling them now, bridge currencies. And I believe that once we see more bridge currencies implemented, maybe even PayPal taking a stronger effort with what they're doing with their stable coins. Not that I'm hurrahing this at all. I'm just speaking in reality terms of where we're at, because in order to usher us into a new system, in order to go to a great reset, you have to destroy something to rebuild. You have to end something to begin something. And that's where we are. We're at that point of getting ready to end something and begin something very terrible.
Yeah. I just want to point this out because this is the severity of the issue. And the issue is probably bigger than all of us watching here know about. I mean, we're not close to Wall Street.
No, but we have an idea of derivatives.
But let's compare. It's never about how much. It's the pace. It's the in the time frame, how fast does it move? That's what breaks markets, right? So look at this, man. This is from 07, 06 going into 07, but you know 08 is the financial crisis where everything
Yep.
almost went to hell.
Well, it
So
did.
went,
And they just
it
put
did go to hell.
they put it on live support.
Right. So we've got it going from 23 or on the open 25, and it goes up to 40 within, what is that? 6 months.
Yeah, because
April
a lot of these time
April
frames
to-
are getting smaller. If that's what you're getting
Yeah.
at.
Okay, I'll even take it out. I'll take it to January of 2009. So from what is that, Rice? 8 months. 8 months. Yeah, 8 months, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
8 months. It went from 40 or 25
Yeah,
to
they're like 44.
57. The high. What is that delta? Let's do some math.
Man, I don't want to do
20.
math.
Okay, I do.
Let's do
What is
some
that?
math.
32? No, I'm sorry.
What numbers are we
Wait.
doing?
Okay, we're going from open at 25,
25. Closing
Okay.
at 40? 44?
closing at 50. So that's 27. I'm sorry, that's 50. That's 32, right? 32. A delta of 32 within 8 months. We went from oh god, I don't even know how. Can I zoom in here?
Yeah, I don't even know how you would.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so from here, just like July 21st, it was where?
What was it, 16, basically 17? Are we looking at high 19?
We'll just use open or close. I mean close. So
Close of 16. 16
and
change.
we're at, what is that? 38.
38.57.
Yeah, man. It's
That's what I'm saying, and that's like even with the our national debt. Once we crossed over that
Oh,
35
man.
trillion, I think it took a week for it to get up to 130 billion. Because so after we passed 35 trillion, it took about a week for us to gain another 130 billion. Make sure everybody understands those numbers. Right after
Yeah.
we crossed over 35 trillion in national debt, with the week, we had gained another 130 billion on top of that 35 trillion. That makes 133 billion. That's ridiculous. That's just the point I'm trying to make, is the ridiculousness of where we are and how they're trying to keep everything on life support. But eventually everything dies, no matter how much you try to keep it on life support.
yeah.
And that's where we're at. I think now they're scrambling because they're like, I think they thought they had more control of the situation, but it was like,
I'm just gonna take it right
you
from
play with
the
fire,
bottom.
you'll get burned.
I might as well take it from the bottom because it's only a few more days back.
12.48.
So 1248 to that's like
38.
26. It's like 26 delta in that.
Sounds
So
about right.
we've reached
Yeah.
what we did in 8 months in like, bro,
Yeah, man.
2 months.
That's
It's
what-
something serious going on,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying. Everything's getting shorter and shorter and shorter. You just can't prevent it. The other thing, I had this pulled up so I could read the numbers, but the other thing too that we need to mention is the yield curve between the 2 and the 10 months have uninverted for the first time in over 2 years. Now, when you have the inversion of a yield curve, is always pointing to a recession, but when they uninvert is when the recession, it's like all signs point to yes. And I think the yield curve is a better indicator than the Sahm rule, because I've heard the yield curve being brought up numerous times. The Sahm rule is very specific as far as the unemployment stuff, but I think with the combination of the two, it's definitely worrisome, and that's why we have Wharton School of Business. Jeremy Siegel is basically telling the Fed that they needed to do an emergency rate cut. This will be before the September date that we had talked about.
Drop in the comments in the chat
the
room.
September date is,
Give me a
go ahead,
1 if you think we're going to see an emergency rate cut.
before
give me a
September
2.
18th.
No, before September 18th. Yeah. Give me a 1 if you give me a 2 if you think we're not going to see that. They're going to wait till September. I think at this point we know, Rice, if they wait until September, we'll get a rate cut clearly.
Yeah, we're definitely. I
Right.
think we already know
Yeah.
that, but
Right.
do you think we're going to get the emergency rate cut between now and then? How
I
much
do.
worse this thing? I do too. And
Yeah.
and I
if we
think
get,
as
if
we're
it
talking
gets
about
worse,
between,
which I think is going to get worse, it has to get worse.
He's
This is
saying
just
the
the
Fed
start.
fund rate right now should be somewhere between 3.5% and 4%, which would be cutting it down quite significantly. That would be like 1.5 to 1.25%, I believe, is what Siegel is calling for, which is really interesting. But again, we're just in this damned if you do, damned if you don't. So they're already calling for they're calling for a larger cut now in September than what we had saw before. It was a higher percentage for the 500, and which would be a 25 basis point right here. But this was like they're calling for 50, 83% chance of a 50 basis point drop instead of the 25. So if they do like a 50 or a 75 or a 1.5, we're probably going to see like probably in September another rate cut. But again, many smart people are saying this. Many smart people. George Gammon, who I've had a chance to interview, Greg Manarino, who I've been trying to get on the interview, but
I've had
awesome
Greg
information.
Manarino on years ago. Once
They are both saying the same thing. Like, this is it. Like, this is the end of like their game as far as like what they're trying to play. This isn't
what do you mean
end.
this is? What do you mean this is the end of the game they're trying to play? So this is
Hold on
this is.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
They think this is on purpose. This is preemptive. Like they've done this. The powers that be have initiated this crash. Is that what they're saying?
I mean, obviously they're saying that. I lost my train of thought and I'm trying to get it back. So as we're talking, I will definitely be getting.
Yeah, I just don't think. I don't think they did it on purpose. I think they've been caught with their pants down. There's no way they would allow a crash to happen. Not on Trump's time. I'm just sorry. I just can't see it. One thing I want to make mention of that was said earlier, which puts things in perspective. S&P is still up 25% for the year. Round of applause for this fuckery.
I mean, technically, isn't everything still up?
Yeah, Bitcoin is still up. Everything is still up. Everything is still up, which is to me means we could go lower. You get what I'm saying? Like there's still room to go lower if we're still up 25% on the S&P.
The thing I lost train of thought of was the fact of when the Fed cuts interest rates, what does it actually indicate? That's what I meant to say. And I lost.
Oh, we talked about it.
Right. Well, I'm saying
recession.
George Gammon and Gregory Manarino. Yes, but it's an indication that the markets within like a month or so are definitely going to be flipped on the downside. 100%.
Yes.
That's what we talked about with Gareth Soloway as well.
Right. So
then
you might see a temporary reaction to the upside on a rate 50 basis cut. You may get a pop.
You will.
That shit is not going to last.
You will, right? Initially, you'll get some excitement, and then once the excitement wears off and reality sets in, reality will set in.
Another thing to mention to people, they may not know this, but a few weeks ago, the U.S. came out and was warning Japan that they would call them currency manipulators if they kept intervening, because this is not something necessarily out of the blue, Rice. Okay. The yen, they've been fighting this for
inflation for like 30 years.
No, I'm saying like they've been intervening in their currency for the last 2-3 months. Like they've been battling Japan. Yes.
Right. Well, everybody has to, because everything is judged against the dollar. So when the dollar is strong, all the other foreign currencies are down, and they're not strong. It's the opposite. So they have that inverse relationship. You don't see all fiat. I mean, it makes sense that the world wants to see the dollar not be so strong, because if the dollar's not as strong, it helps their currencies to be stronger. Because it gives it and again, it's just that's kind of in a sense why there's been this push and talk about the dollar and whatever digital format it is just kind of becoming the global currency, because of how much it's being utilized, how much it's being stored by other countries, and all of that. Anyways, so it would make sense to kind of go, even with the bridge currencies. I feel like there's not going to be the situation that we have with the foreign exchange market. Everything's going to be a very even playing field, because otherwise it causes for war. So that way, when you're doing exchanges, it'll be a 1-for-1 ratio. It won't be like how it's been with exchange rates.
Were you aware that the Sahm rule was initiated on Friday, like officially?
Yeah, Yeah, no, I heard about it Thursday and Friday, and then over the weekend, I saw the markets freaking out. And I guess when the Japanese markets opened up this morning, I was up till like 2 a.m., and I was watching the markets. I mean, I saw Bitcoin down. It
So
was like in the
40.
50. It was in the 53s when I was going to sleep. So sometime in between me sleeping, it did touch what, like 49.
49.
Yeah, but I still feel like we're going to go a tad bit lower. May not be much, but I feel like we still have another little bit lower to go, and that's also based off of like the lunar cycles and me telling you about this new moon that we had yesterday. Hey, Elmer.
I'm back. I'm back, nigga. All right, so
But
this
yeah,
is not the
Waters Above's
original.
last video is a really good video explaining about the new moon that was taking place yesterday and how new moons affect markets. And he was already calling for downward action, but he usually says it's a couple days, like it could be like a day or two, a week after, not necessarily a week, but just a few days after. It kind of has a slight lag.
I'm
So
a little confused
either it
about
was right on, or we still have a little bit more
I'm confused
crypto
about
blood to go.
the waters above thing though, because when we interviewed him, there was. It seems like, and it's fine because we all shift our narratives and change as we get more data. But if I felt like this was not in the cards,
I felt like
back
he was
when we
talking
talked.
about more of upward action in like
Right.
September and October.
Okay.
And maybe even going into like late September, because if you look, I think historically, I don't think September, like generally Bitcoin and crypto markets perform well in September. I think September is
Yeah, remember we looked at that chart,
the
that
worst month, that period
that spreadsheet.
on average.
Yeah, on average it is. It's the worst.
So I mean,
Which
that's where I kind of feel like we still have more pain to kind of go.
Gotcha. So that Elmo you guys saw was the new and improved Elmo. It was not the. I have to zoom out to the 1 hour.
Wait,
so I
is
can
it
show
different
you
Elmo?
the-
You replaced your
Yes,
Elmo?
there's a couple. Yeah, I've cloned Elmo. Elmo
You
has been
cloned him?
cloned.
Oh, what are you
Yes,
doing?
Dolly.
Are you like
Is it Dolly?
Dr. Biden over here?
Dr. Byron.
You're cloning your husband. Apparently, there's 3 of them out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we've got, this is the original Elmo at $32,000. This is when he died. I said, if we breach this trend line, guys, Elmo has died. All right.
What time period are we looking at?
This was back in October of last year. This is
October's the moon, right?
This is your Waters Above guy call. This is when I became a faithful disciple of Waters Above.
I don't call myself a disciple of any man, sir. So okay.
Oh, sorry.
But I do like his perspective on things.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't think
now
we're
you're
going
getting
back
Waters
to
shit.
this level, though. There are people saying that there's a CME gap at 30.
Man, I've been hearing about October surprise for I don't know how long, and same thing with Red October and Red Kool-Aid. Just lay off.
What's the surprise this year?
There's always a surprise. It just never happens. Just like tomorrow never comes. There is no such thing. It's a big figment of our imagination, because whenever we think tomorrow is here, it's today. Tomorrow never comes.
Well, the world never ends either, because
We're always reaching for
if
tomorrow.
it ended, we wouldn't know that it ended because we would be dead and couldn't talk about it.
Blood, what flavor Kool-Aid is your favorite?
Yeah, I don't drink Kool-Aid anymore, but I used to love grape.
Are you saying that just to say it?
No, why?
Okay. I'm just saying.
Is that, I didn't know white people drank Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I love Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid's cool.
I call it a cup of diabetes.
Lime Kool-Aid.
How we
I
used
do
to
like
drink it. It was
yeah,
all
it's
sugar.
basically sugar water
Too
with
much.
some
It was
flavoring.
bad. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it
Exactly.
anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, so here I want to
point to we are in a hell of a situation.
John Hill says the only way the dollar collapses is if the U.S. military is defeated. Hence, Dixie isn't going anywhere. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that would be the only thing that would fix our inflation problem, is for other countries to 100% use our money. So, and it kind of helps them too, in a sense, because our currency would be stronger than their failing currencies, because it's judged against the shittiest the shiniest turd on the hill.
The shittiest turd on
The shiniest turd on the
That's
hill.
what you were going to say, though.
The shittiest turd. Yeah, there's I guess there's varying degrees of turds.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
There are.
I didn't know that.
In my experience in life, I've experienced a lot of different things that have came out of me as far as a shit cycle, a number 2, if you will. Don't tell me that your shit looks the same.
Of course.
You eat the same thing every day?
Yes.
Do you ever eat corn?
Like a psycho. You know, that's one trait of a serial killer. They eat the same thing every day.
The turd spectrum. There is a spectrum, man. It comes in many forms. Sometimes it's solid and sometimes it's not.
Oh, during COVID, boy.
Sometimes it's nutty.
It was, man, during COVID, it was a whole
corny.
nother level of shittiness. Round of applause for that.
But the point is, a piece of shit's still a piece of shit. You know, just because we're the best piece of shit doesn't make us any better. It's just you have lesser degrees of shit.
Oh man, see what happens when you get these two people together.
Yeah, that does make you guilty. You have no clue how guilty that makes you.
Yeah, man, you're guilty.
By
so,
association.
a closely tracked recession indicator, Sahm rule, has now been triggered. Here's what that means. So this is a Market Watch article.
It means George Washington has a red arrow going down in front of his face.
Right. So, yeah, Rice, I think this thing has like 100% hit rate. That's what's so profound about it.
If it does, in combination with what's happened with the inverted yield curve, uninverting. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. All signs point to we are fucked. That's why, I mean, we've been
So how far lower do we go with crypto then?
I don't know.
In your opinion. I know you're not a trader, but I mean,
I know.
you think lower though, right?
I think a little lower, but I don't think we're going to hit like I'm and this is all just on premonition, feelings and emotion. So don't take this as financial advice, but I think that we'll probably touch below 45.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the bottom is in. Since Rice just counter trade whatever Rice.
Yeah, counter trade me.
I was just waiting to hear it, so then I can confirm and publicly confirm.
Your voice sounds like you're in like a tunnel now. You did something.
No, I didn't do anything.
It's got like a whirly effect. Tell me if you guys hear the whirly effect on his voice.
Test 1, 2. Still?
Yeah, it's kind of like a whirly.
Oh, go Panama. 7K. Come on, man. Ron.
Yeah, I mean, I told you we were going to hit that. I told you we were going to fill that 59 gap, the 59 gap on the CME. The next gap is 39. I mean, is it possible that we could fill it? Not
That's Elmo.
39 is Elmo?
Yeah. 39, 32.
42, 43 is what is like what my testicles are telling me. That's what they're communicating with me right now, saying
that my voice did change.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're
gave me the virus that whatever you had over there.
It's weird. It's like it sounds like you've got like a flanger.
1, 2.
There, you're normal now. Hold on.
Huh? Test 1, 2.
Yeah, you're back to normal. What did you do?
Okay, test
nope.
1, 2.
You're not. No.
Okay, I put stereo audio on.
Yeah, the stereo audio makes you sound like you have a flanger effect on you.
No, I'm saying I just put stereo audio on. You said it went away.
It's gone now.
Okay, let's round of applause.
Well, whatever you did before.
Alex O says 40K is the bounce.
45K.
45K. I'm sorry, I can't read.
So I mean, it could bounce off 45 and then bounce back down.
It's 49, not 45. Alex,
I think I do need to get I think I need to create a balls indicator for the markets, man. Maybe a Market Cipher can add that.
Yeah. So face to get a ball indicator.
You guys can get on trading
and have it
ball indicator.
Like have it swing like this.
Sweet low, sweet cherry.
What would the indicators be though, from left to right, Rice? Like if it's this way, what does that mean?
I don't know. I had to put some thought into this. It needs really good genius creativity, and if anybody else has any good ideas, run with it. As long as we can all use the ball indicator, the testicator.
Crypto is still the Wild West, so Bitcoin can and still will flash crash to zero.
So I don't agree with you, Mr. X. Now here's the thing.
It's zero, bro.
Yeah, people keep
Zero.
looking, and this is something else I've started coming to a part of the realization of is people don't really fully understand what Bitcoin and crypto is, and they think of it as a speculative asset like a stock. And a lot of the people that just don't want to mess with stocks don't want to mess with it. And it's like if people actually realize how much this could be helpful to each and every one of these individuals, maybe we could see the price of these assets go up. But I mean, we did see, I believe, over the weekend and maybe going into like Friday into the weekend, I believe the price of gold and silver were up. And I believe an ounce of gold is over $2,400 still, which that says something.
Some reason I'm still sounding like a tunnel.
I don't hear that, but I do hear like in the background, and I keep hearing Will Ferrell saying, "Fuck it, we're gonna do it live." I keep hearing that loop in my ear.
Oh, that's not Will Ferrell, my friend. That's Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, that was Will Ferrell.
Bill O'Reilly.
That's from Step Brothers.
No, it's Bill O'Reilly.
Saying, "Fuck it, we're gonna do it live."
Yeah.
That sounds like Will Ferrell.
No, he literally they were recording him. He didn't realize he was live.
Ah, cool. It sounds so much like Will Ferrell.
It's a classic clip. If we can pull it up, maybe I'll try to find it. But yeah,
Holy balls indicator. I like it.
O'Reilly,
I hear you sound normal to me, so I don't hear the flanger effect that you had on you. Like you're trying to be like a mumble rapper or something.
What do you think about this, Rice? Fidelity Vanguard goes dark amid Bitcoin stock market panic.
So when it's talking about going dark, they're actually talking about outages on both of these or multiple different brokerages, so where people could not technically access any of their products and potentially sell it with the market sell-off to make the sell-off and even worse. Is that what you're saying?
Sounds very Robin Hoodish to me.
It just sounds like, here's the thing. As far as like how coincidental things are, it is just so no. Come on, dude.
Nope.
We got to stop thinking that way, blood. It's all coincidences. This shit just happens sporadically, and some of it just happens to be coincidental. That's all, man. Come on.
Right, of course.
No, obviously it's a setup. I told you the game's rigged. The game's rigged.
Ridiculous, bro. But the thing is, the people who are buying these types of assets, these products, financial products, they're not really going to do anything else but continue to buy. They're not going to go self-custody. They're not going to go to Coinbase and just
they will go break. They will go broke. They will go broke and they will lose everything. It's another reason, like all of this kind of in combination with the fourth turning and with the great taking.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I want to go in the woods and just start surviving on squirrel. Find a deer every once in a while. Go Red Dawn.
But you're not going to do it.
I like civilization for the moment, but it's gonna get. I think it's gonna get hairy, man. I think it's gonna get really hairy here.
I do too. I worry about.
I mean, there's a lot of speculation now. People are talking about an event taking place before the elections, whether it be a cyber attack, a combination of things. There's talks about Ebola. The Ebola thing, and then the UN's having some huge meeting in October that is apparently going like under the radar. A lot of people haven't been talking about this UN. It's like a conference or something to that effect, and I think that they're going to be calling for a lot of one world government type things, I believe. So I mean, it's just a lot of things.
Look at what Deep River says.
Deep out of the money
puts weren't able to be sold this morning. That's crazy. The game is rigged for sure. I'm actually reading right now. It's so funny that we bring this up. I'm reading right now.
Canada. Shout out Canadian otters in Canada.
Nomi Prin's book. It's not all that great, but it's called Permanent Distortion. It's okay. It's like basically the whole book up until the last chapter is about what happened from 2008 up until now. I'm like, well, I don't think I need a recap of that.
No.
I
I mean,
need like your analysis going forward. I like
yeah, like
moving prints, but
I don't really think anybody knows what to do moving forward. I think this is kind of a free for all, and just hope that your plan, plan A, B, C, and D, hopefully one or two of them will work out.
yeah.
Because it's one of those unknown situations. You don't know how. You can't 100% predict other people's behavior and what's going to happen.
I don't know if I want to go to Canada.
Canada. You got to get right.
Yeah,
you can go hang out with the Canadian otters.
I don't know, Al. Might want to come here, seeing how they treated you guys on the trucker situation. I don't know.
I think we're all in the same boat. We're on this.
Yeah,
I don't
we
think
are. Yeah,
unless you want to go like a deserted island or. Yeah, here's what I thought. I even thought about this. Like, hey, just give all of us freedom people Australia, and just you guys can have the rest of the world. Let us
give
just go
us
live
what?
Australia. It's I think a big enough continent, pretty cool place.
Like only like 10%
for all the freedom.
No,
people.
Only 10% of it is habitable.
Oh, I thought more. Well, we can make it habitable.
It's very small percentage.
We'll get one of Tone Vay's friends and we'll create water capsules and live on top of the water. Have you seen that shit? They did an interview with somebody on one of these things. They're like these floating. They're not quite floating, but they're these homes that are built on the water.
And this is what I think is going to happen. That's why I can't say the world has, like, the sky is falling. Bitcoin is over. It's going to $10,000. I heard Alex Ho talk about there's a gap. There's a CME gap at 10,000 or 9,000 or something. I don't think we're going that far because at some point very soon, they're going to go ahead and save the day.
What about 39?
Man, 39, that's just crazy.
How far is that?
If we go to 39, bro, we're not making newer all-time highs this year. I would say it's out of the realm of possibility. Let us know in the comments, in the chats, how do you feel about that? If we go back to 39, can we still eclipse 74K, which technically is not all-time highs adjusted for inflation? But let's just use that as all-time high. Can we get back to all-time high or pass it before the end of the year?
There's these things called C-pods. And
9,600.
If you pull this up, right behind Tone is this thing. Do you see that white thing in the background?
Tone looks like a black man from Tropical Storm Thunder.
Do you see the thing in the back?
Doesn't he look like he's a black man trying to look white?
A white man playing a black man.
A white man playing a black man. Round of applause, Tone Vay. Looking like Tropical Thunder up in this.
So, do you see the background, that white thing? They're on one of those. I don't know if they like zoom into it and let you see what it is,
what do
but
you mean they're on?
They're building these things.
Oh, okay, I see.
So we can just get a whole bunch of these, and we can all just go live in the sea.
Interesting.
We could be mer people.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
But Tone was actually on one. This is the guy who created them. So he's on one.
Not on one right now.
Yeah, they're on
one.
No, they're not. They're not moving. They're on it. The thing moves a little bit because it's on the water.
Right.
But that's one of them behind them too. So they just. I think this is the first two.
Yeah, that's.
But Tone did an interview. It was somewhat recently. They kind of explain what they're doing with these seasteading. I guess is what they're calling it. But it's pretty interesting. So yeah, we got options.
Panama says
we got options.
He says this is the end of the 15-year super cycle. Party is over. I do feel like something is different this time.
15 years will put us right after 2009. 15 years, 2009. That's about right. That'll be right after 2008. Everything's been up. I wouldn't call it a super cycle. It was more of the inflated cycle because that's why they're calling this like the everything bubbles, because the valuations that we're seeing in the stock market with companies going up like Nvidia and things like that, it's not because of the innovation. It's not because of the things that they're doing as a business. It's because of what's happening to the dollar itself. And it has this relationship that makes people think they're getting richer when in fact they're getting poorer. Like how some people are saying where the all-time high, let's say even say 74K would have been the all-time high this year, where it was compared to the dollar, compared to where Bitcoin in 2017 hitting 20K, that it was a better ratio and strength at that point than where we are now, because we're judging everything in dollars, and dollars are losing value. So when things go up, it's not because they're gaining value, it's because the dollar is going down, and people just are, someone use that R word, people are retarded.
Oh, I thought you were going to say racist.
No. People are retarded.
And racist.
I hate everybody equally.
Okay. You're equal racist opportunist.
Yeah. I'll tell you my racist joke off air.
Yeah, please. I don't want you to kill your career.
No.
All right. So everyone's talking about this Wyckoff, this and that, and phase B, C, D, and all this, man. Listen, I agree with Brit VR. If Fed comes in with 100-point basis cut, bro, markets are going to fly. But it's only going to be temporary.
Alex O. Blood proves stereotypes by liking grape Kool-Aid.
There you go. I don't like chicken though. So
what about what about watermelon?
I just had a whole man. I was on trading war. Ask Alex. Oh, I was eating watermelon while I was on trading war today.
So you like two of the three.
2 of the 3. So does that make me?
You don't
2/3 of
a stereotype?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Round of applause.
Of a stereotype. That's funny. I put maple syrup on my chicken and waffles. I love that. That's some good stuff.
When I used to eat chicken, I did dibble and dabble in some chicken and waffles.
Are you a vegetarian?
Sure, no, I'm not even. I used to be a pescatarian, but I'm not even that anymore. Guy? Yeah, I'm not that anymore. I'm just I just don't eat chicken.
So you eat beef, lots of steak?
Yeah, I eat beef.
Pork? You eat pork?
A little bit, not sparingly, not much.
Okay.
But,
what's wrong with chicken?
Up until the you go watch the documentary What the Health, and then come talk to me about chicken.
What if you buy your chickens from a local guy who kills chickens?
That's different.
Okay.
That's different.
Bitcoin has already peaked. The other cryptos peaked in 2021. Game over.
Ooh,
you know, when I will say,
I hear you on that, bro.
When we talk about the idea, have we peaked? When I thought about BNB hitting 700 and then going back down to 500, I was like, did we just have like an altcoin run that just only included a couple altcoins?
Well, my theory on that, why we didn't see the altcoin run, was because it all went into the meme altcoins.
Yeah, but that was still before. That was, I mean, was it? Some of that was taking place though before Bitcoin hit its all-time high. So it's just weird how I get what you're saying. I mean, we could be at that point. That's where we could be an uncontrolled situation where they weren't ready for this to take place. But unfortunately, there's not much they can do to avoid it.
Oh my God! Do you remember when you were?
Yeah, no, I remember. That was the best. That was the best.
That was the best live stream ever.
That was we got trolled really good. But now you heard me catch that troll on Billy Goat Tales, right?
Oh,
the Nigerian prince.
No, wait, what happened?
The Billy Goat Tales that I was on, where I was the guest. There was, when we were taking questions at some point. There was this scammer dude.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I asked him if he was a Nigerian.
Because I couldn't remember if you were talking
the troll
about
in the process. No, but that one we got trolled. We got completely trolled. And that episode lives somewhere on I think just your channel. I think it's just your channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's somewhere, just like that Jerry Springer episode. Somewhere.
Right. I guess it's time to spin the wheel. We got to give away $100 a day.
Do it.
$50 to 2 individuals now. Let me forewarn everyone.
Shout out to Top Signal. Top Signal's going to win both times. He's going to win both times. I'm calling it.
This is why I'm doing the disclaimer, because Top Signal. Okay, I wanted to just throw it out here before anyone says anything crazy. All right, Top Signal gave $150 worth of gifts last week. So He's on the wheel, ladies and gents, for he's got a chance of about 18%, 18.5% of winning. That's in addition to he's a friendship member level YouTube member. I said there's a lot of members.
So what is his percentage right now? Like, how many does he have compared to everybody else? Does he have like 50%? Does he have more or less than 50%?
21% chance of winning today.
21% chance with all of that.
Like 22% chance of winning today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still think he's going to win one. I'm calling
he's going to win. I'm just letting everyone know, right?
Don't get butt hurt, people.
I'm just forewarning you. I'm jumping ahead of it. I'm doing a PR move.
This is all about supporting Crypto Blood. I love crypto. It doesn't matter what happens. If you happen to win, cool. Because you know what? It doesn't matter. It's all going to go to zero anyways, like everybody else saying.
It sure is. Like Zero Head says. All right. So let's we got two people though. And here's the really messed up part. He could win twice. Because
you should have a rule that you can't win twice.
No.
And then you should also have a rule that like at least like every 2 weeks, like you can't like you have to be out no matter what.
Good point.
But then it kind of screws you out of getting some action on your channel.
We got to give away every week. We got to do it every week, ladies and gents. Let me pull
good one, Julio.
Pull a stopwatch up really quickly.
The giveaway is brought to you by Dominion Voting Systems. Good one, Knoxville.
That's funny. All right, so let me.
I believe he was one of the 90% that asked about you.
Who was that?
Knoxville. Knoxville.
Shout out to Knoxville. Shout out to you.
You get on the wheel by giving blood money. Blood money. That's what you should call this thing. You should call the game Blood Money.
All right, ladies and gents, let's go ahead. I'm going to get back over to the screen. All right.
And the wheel of blood money.
I'm going to do the shuffle. I'm shuffling it up. Look at that big block. Top singles guy. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Spinning the wheel. For some Solana, $50 worth of Solana, and
did it? Superwoman
Blue. Now look, she deserves it, man. She gave 80-something bucks this week.
Well, hopefully she's here.
She didn't break even.
She gave 80 bucks. There she is. She was ready. She was quick.
Oh, she ready.
She already had it. She knew she was going to win.
She knew
Look
it.
At her.
It's rigged. She knew it already. It's rigged.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even have to do the time. I thought Top Signal was going to get 1 or 2, but the balls indicator says no.
No Diddy. All right, let's remove one of Superwoman's entries. This is the super chat she gave. She won off the super chat of $80, so she's still in the red. $30. She has the ability, the possibility of winning again because she's also a member. All right, sign up today, ladies and gents. Become a member and be on the wheel every week. Let me shuffle it up again and spin. Let's see what we got, Rice.
Let's see what we got. Who's gonna win this time?
And that was Top Signal.
It's gonna be green.
Good. Someone small.
Who do we got? Tiny little sliver.
Brokoshi. No dinero. Now you got some dinero.
You got some dinero. You got to change your name. Brokoshi has some dinero.
Oh, man. Yeah, you got to change your name now, big fella.
But let's see if Brokoshi is in the house.
Yeah.
Brokoshi. ¿Dónde estás aquí?
Where you at, buddy?
¿Dónde?
Where you at, buddy?
Time is running out. You better hurry up.
What you got going on this week while we wait? What's going on this coming week, Rice, for you?
I'm going to go live with you and Seth Wednesday. I'm not sure what time yet. I've got a video I'm going to be dropping tomorrow. I'm just surprised people with that. I got an interview that I'm doing tomorrow that I'm probably going to be, well, I'm definitely putting it on my website for early access for the members of the private side of Rice, but I'm interviewing this guy named Aaron Day. He's been in it, like talking about CBDCs. He's friends at Roger Ver and somebody I just been recommended to talk to.
Okay.
really cool guy. Apparently, he ran for president to try to bring some attention to the CBDC stuff. And I'm just looking forward to having a conversation with somebody who's like-minded, that we don't completely agree. Sucks. I guess you get to keep the name. You didn't want to change your name? Is that what it was about?
Change your name, brother.
So still no dinero.
No dinero.
You could have changed that. You could have changed that. This could have changed your life.
Could have been rich with that.
You could have bought some food.
That $50 in this bear market is going to turn into $500,000 when Solana turns around. All right, so let's get him out the way. Shuffle it up. Make sure we're on.
What do you got going
on? Same old this week. Nothing special. Yeah, nothing special. Just we doing a trading show tomorrow. Stream.
I mean, if the markets remain like this, we already struggle for views as it is. It's going to make it worse for views, in my opinion, because people are just going to be not wanting to hear about the things that make them upset, which is their portfolio going down, because they don't have balls of steel like me and you.
Yeah, exactly. Rule Black, the Crypto Rule podcast. I know him. He's won once before.
In the house, though.
I don't know if
I haven't. I don't believe I've seen a Ruel in the chat. So unless he's just one of those listeners,
yeah, I haven't seen
one of those non-participators.
Usually when he's here, he's.
I recognize the name, so yeah, I would think that if he's here, he's in the chat.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
So again, to all the people who say the game is rigged, where are you at? Where are you at when your name's called?
It happens often.
I know.
And the thing is, this week is going to probably be a lot of this because we got like 100 new members. So these people aren't truly like members. They're probably just like stragglers that got gifted some memberships. So they're probably not going to be around, but they're lost.
Shout out to the stragglers. Where are we at in time? Because it looks like he missed out.
3 seconds.
You done, Ruel.
Sorry, buddy. Had to shoot you down.
Spin the wheel again.
Remove, shuffle, spin.
Okay, let's go ahead and just let's give it to the man. Let's give it a top signal.
And
little
it almost went to top signal.
It's a little sliver.
Juan
Pagoda.
I
don't think Pagoda is in the house.
I don't believe he's going to be in the house. I've never even heard of you, Juan.
Oh, we got to give him a minute. And while we are taking this opportunity, we're both live streaming on our YouTube channels. I'm streaming. We're both streaming on our Rumbles, and he's streaming on his X. We have links down below for each other's socials and channels and each other's video descriptions, and we would appreciate if you would support both of our channels. Follow us on our social media accounts. And while you're at it, take an opportunity to smash that like button.
That's a professional radio voice right there, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't be any better.
That's right. Coming back up on stage right now, we have Crypto Wendy-O. Make sure you take care of the lady. We are offering dances in the back.
Speaking of Crypto Wendy-O,
and your buddy
Benny, Crypto Benny-O,
Mr. I lost my mind.
What's the latest with that? All right, sorry.
I know we're all me, you, and Seth are blocked. So the
I've been blocked. So
the trifecta blocked. I think he's told us all to go fuck ourselves. So I'm in good company.
Oh my god!
It just seems like for one, I really don't want to give a lot of attention because this thing is so pathetic that between the Ben Armstrong, Jerry Springer drama and the influencer fight club, it just makes our space look that much worse.
The Crypto Clan. I haven't seen them
interesting
in a while.
Name.
I haven't seen them in a while, so I don't know. See if you.
I was just joking. My Crypto Space UK. She was a nurse, I believe.
Did something in the
the nursing business.
Who, Crypto Wendy-O?
Yeah, she did something in nursing, trying to help people.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I'm being a smart ass when I say this. Should I say? People know me.
You guys don't need him.
No. Apparently apparently our careers are over because he doesn't like us. Yeah.
Caffeinated Crypto said, I'm blocked on her channel too. Interesting.
But he's going after everybody at this point, it seems like. I mean, to call out Seth.
Yes, you did, Omnibone. I do remember, my friend. I actually do remember.
Well, he didn't technically get 48, so you weren't right.
Oh, come on. I got to give it to him, bro.
I mean,
he called it a long time ago, too.
It was close. What did he call it for? Did he call it for August 5th, 2024?
I can't remember that part.
Or is he like a broken clock that's always going to be right twice
I know, right. No, I don't think.
I can call a price and say,
yeah,
hey,
I know. No, I don't think he had an explanation.
Nothing against.
It's almost like school, Bryce. You know, when you're in school and you're in math class, you got to show your work. You know, a lot of people out here just talk and don't.
We're gonna hit the 48 and go below it. I'm just feeling that because this is right now the first day for the U.S. markets opening up with the travesty of what took place in Japan. Reality still hasn't completely sunken in.
No, it
again,
hasn't.
The Federal Reserve goes and does what they're going to do with interest rates by an emergency rate cut. Markets will get green for a minute or a hot minute, and then it's going to be back to the blood.
This is an interesting one, Rice, because I think Gareth was not bearish anymore when we had him on.
I think he was still short-term bearish and long-term bullish. Is the way
someone who follows Gareth, let us know if he was actually
Ruel Black Zone. Yeah, did I win? You could have won. You could have won, Ruel.
You could have won, my friend.
You know the saying, day late, dollar short?
Close, but no cigar?
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
You missed out. You had a minute. That was like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Going to 28 and then keep going. Damn. Go Panama is perma bullish, bearish. Perma bearish. He's perma.
I mean, here's the way I'm looking at it. I still feel like we're going to go higher than where we are now. So anything lower is an opportunity to stack more sats.
All right, King Chris said, spin that damn wheel. Here we go.
Because I'm actually ready to buy something, but I'm waiting for a little lower action.
Oh no, it's going to top signal.
No.
Oh my God!
That's like the second time. It did go to top signal. Okay, cool. It looked like it would barely touch the red.
Oh my God, bro!
Over.
I swear you can't make this shit up, ladies and gents. It is not rigged. I promise.
Top signal.
Blame it on COVID. You had to mail in your ballots. That's the only reason.
If you want to be cool, don't give your address, and we'll just spin it again.
No, he deserves it, bro.
I know. He's very supportive of the channel.
He's very supportive of the channel. Chris King says, boo.
It's definitely rigged. Rigged by Jerry. Rigged by Jerry.
Rigged, bro. Hey, Superwoman won, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. Next week, we're doing it again. You guys gave so much last week. We're doing 2x 2 weeks in a row, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Don't worry.
Nice. Congratulations to the winners today.
Yeah, congrats.
Congratulations to the could have been winners.
Top signal, you got to send me that address though. I'm starting the timer. I was a little late on that.
Maybe he was just like maybe he's a baller. Top signal must be like a whale and just doesn't need that. T Will dropped his. T Will, you should have changed your name temporarily to Top Signal.
Oh man.
Everybody should change their name to Top Signal.
Oh, T Will said that's his address. How do I know that's his address? The only reason I know is it's coming from T Will. He's trustworthy.
I dropped my address in there too and say it's Top Signals.
Yeah, I'm gonna pin that one. And if Top Signal can drop it again, that's fine. If not, he's in the YouTube Premium channel on Telegram, so it's all good. We'll sync up. Yeah, man. Any last words, bro? Like, this has been brutal. Last few days, it's been.
Like I said, I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done by any means. But I don't think that this is the end. I think the end is very fucking close. But in order for there to be a popping of the everything bubble, I think that we're going to see prices go up and hit more all-time high type action, because that makes sense with popping a bubble when everything's already up. Makes sense. That's what the ball indicator tells me.
Yeah, I mean, people just gotta remember, crypto is highly speculative, the most risky asset out there. So just be careful.
I wouldn't call it the most riskiest asset, but I mean, everything is risky. It's risky to leave your money in the bank these days.
Okay, I guess.
But yeah, I mean, technically, I mean, this is not a safe haven asset. Crypto is definitely very speculative. In the long run, we're seeing higher price action. Bitcoin is definitely the best performing asset of all time, but it's also probably the most volatile asset as well.
Man, Omnibone's on the roll today. We have another swan coming, making this ashy swan more darker.
Ashy swan. Watch out for the ashy swan. That's one. And I've been hearing so many things about black swan. Real quick, I had something I want to ask you about this Japanese carry trade thing. When I'm listening to what they're trying to explain, I'm like, so you're just talking about arbitraging?
Yeah, essentially.
Like, why don't they just call it fucking arbitraging? Why do they call it a carry trade? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Because it's a little deeper than that. Because arbitraging is usually like you take one asset, and it's usually like the same asset on another exchange or whatever, and you're making a difference in the foreign exchange. This is not that. You're borrowing yen to go buy equities, to buy land, or even U.S. Treasuries yielding 5%.
Because then you get to keep the 5%, and then you repay back, and you get to keep the spread.
Right.
But it's a more active version of arbitrage.
It's just called cheating for the wealthy. Round of applause. That's what it is.
So
if you have $100 million,
it's stopping people from cheating right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nice. So by Japan, Bank of Japan raising the interest rates, it made it to where that arbitrage opportunity didn't have the spread that it would. So they don't get to play that game anymore. Is that kind of what I'm gathering? That the interest rate in Japan, when they raised it, caused that whatever the spread was to now kind of become no spread. Yeah. Where it's not even worth the people's time to do it if you can even make it.
You got to remember, like, their interest rates were negative. So
for a long time.
I think they were negative. So to go a positive quarter basis points, it's a pretty
big deal. I mean, I think the yen's been in a really weird situation since like the 70s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Carlos Diaz, let's go on a replay because I think we're about done. Yeah, it's good seeing you, Carlos.
Indeed.
We got to figure out too, because I thought about Wednesday about the what if, Trump is president, Kamala's president, there's no election. I think maybe we should talk to kind of like judge it by ear and see what's happening with the markets and maybe talk a little bit more about it.
Hobby says, how are y'all using credit cards to buy tokens?
Who's using credit cards to buy tokens?
Does he mean who? Or how?
I think he's saying how, but like I don't use the thing. Like credit is a dirty word to me. Credit and debt are dirty words to me. If I can't buy it and pay for it, I don't want it.
Oh, you're not playing the game right, bro. You're not cheating with the rest of us.
No, I'm not. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing the credit game. I know how it all works.
You gotta cheat, bro. You gotta buy. You gotta run it up on. Take a credit card.
You get a credit
buy
card.
All the gold you can, and then default on it, and then walk away.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. I thought you were talking about trying to make your credit score better by paying off what you owe.
Is a credit score going to matter when shit hits the fan? No. Think about it. So this is what people don't, this is rarely said. I actually never heard this said. Maybe a couple times.
So is this what you do? You get credit cards and you just buy things like gold and crypto and just default on it? Are you John? Are you?
No, I'm not John Hill.
Are you pulling John Hill?
I'm not John Hill.
John Hill and the credit card companies?
I'm not John Hill. But what I'm saying is when I feel like the shit is about to hit the fan, bro, I'm running it all up. I don't know why you have the Dave Ramseys of the world say, pay all your debt off. Don't live debt free. Why would you do that when it doesn't, the system, the game is not set up for that?
I technically owe, like, for student loans and shit. I don't have good credit scores. So, like, I can't even get a credit card to default on right now if I wanted to.
Damn, shout out to those.
Unless I wanted to do a secure credit card, which defeats the purpose.
Defeats the purpose.
Because I'm just defaulting on myself.
At a high-ass interest rate.
Yeah, like, oh, I hate myself so much. I'm just put myself further in debt for no reason.
Oh my God, bro! Listen, all of you
we have
out
not
there,
entertained these people. I don't know what we can do to entertain you.
all of you out there, just run the shit up. If you really think it's all over, that put your debt where your mouth is, and run that shit up, and just walk out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way to do it if you think about it. Yeah,
right. If you truly think, if all these preppers, all these gold
or
bugs,
or we could just start robbing all these places. Just go in with some ski masks in, just rob everybody and just take everything we want.
The problem with that is I would get caught and you would get away. So we gotta have a better strategy.
White privilege.
Yeah, shout out to white privilege.
But
they may end up locking up the wrong black person. Actually, they might even lock me. I might get away with you. They lock up the wrong black person.
No, I don't have pink smoke. I promise you.
Oh man!
Unless my lungs are bleeding, and then that's what's coming out is like bloody smoke. But yeah, we got to end this stream.
Okay,
appreciate everybody for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Good night and good luck.
Smash that like button.
Holla.
You know, don't take everything that we say so serious. And he's out to lunch. Sometimes we say smart things, and sometimes we entertain. It's up to you to figure out what is the truth. Read the great Wreaking book. It's free. At thegreatwreaking.com. Thegreatwreaking.com. Download the book, read it, educate yourself, make others up.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.